What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so I have to do a video talking about Dame Lillard, man. All right, shout out to Dame Lillard. Okay, this is what I'm talking about when I talk about rivalry and smack talking and competitiveness. This is what makes sports to me. I don't like all this lovey-dovey, everybody team up one another, we're all friends, we're just playing because of the love of the sport. I get that, man, but I like to see shit talking, all right? You know what I'm saying? I like to see these guys talking smack. Not necessarily, in a mean-spirited manner, but just the competition of sports. So, the game before Portland, in many people's eyes, they blew it, okay? In particular, Dame Lillard. He missed critical free throws down the stretch, and and they lost to an undermanned Los Angeles Clippers team. Kawhi, who does not play back-to-backs, I guess, unless it's the playoffs. But then again, the playoffs, they don't play back-to-backs either anymore. So, but he didn't play that game, so they didn't have Kawhi, and they fell short, as Portland is trying to chase that final spot. At the start of this bubble, they were 6.5 games, I think, outside of the 8th seed, and they're chasing it. So I saw that after the game on Instagram, Dame Lillard and Paul George and Patrick Beverley were talking trash to each other. And the thing that got me was he was talking trash about having sent Paul George home last year in the playoffs when he was with OKC. And, then Paul George was talking smack to Dame Lillard. The thing that was most memorable was Dame Lillard said to both of them, keep changing teams and not, I think he said, keep changing teams and not going after that grind. You know what I'm saying? Basically like saying, keep trying to chase a championship the easy way. And I love his mentality. Look, I know a lot of people say that's going to be his undoing because, he's not trying to chase a championship. But, in reality, Dame Lillard to me has a personality similar to, I'm not trying to say, when I say personality, I'm not saying he has the, he's a snake or anything like that. I'm not trying to say that, but he has a mentality like a Magic or an Isaiah, in the fact that he wants to win a championship, but he wants to build his legacy in Portland. And see, that's, to me, because a lot of younger fans don't understand. Yeah, Dame could just join up with a super team. He could go to L.A. or he could go to, whoever, Golden State or team up with some other team, win a title. But, he's really just, in reality, he's really just going to enhance those guys that are already there, their legacies even more than his. But if he win a title on his own terms in Portland, look, the 51 points and 7 assists that he had in the 124-121 victory last night against the Sixers, which brought them just a half game out of that 8th spot. I think it's Memphis that's in the 8th spot. All right. So that's his 10th career 50-point game. That ties him with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem had 10 career 50-point games. Only two active players have more 50-point games than him. That's James Harden, who has 23 of them, and LeBron with 12. And the way he's going, he might pass LeBron before the season is over. And I agree with Ticket. Like, somebody asked Ticket last night on his stream, who would he take right now? Like, right now. Not historically, but right now. Would you take Lillard or LeBron? And he said, I'm taking Lillard. I agree with him. Look. Now, sometimes Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum can get on my nerves a little bit. From watching them this season, the games I have watched, I notice sometimes they both can play hero ball, and sometimes they can disrupt Carmelo's rhythm. But that happens a lot of times. We have a third guy. Oftentimes he's the one whose stats tend to suffer. But when Dame has it going on, I don't mind him taking the deep threes or 28, 30 shots when he has it going. I don't like when he starts shot jacking, trying to play hero ball sometimes. But Dame has had a great, magnificent season. All right, literally, like really, to me, Dame Lillard should be. I know they said that the top 5 finalists, but to me, Dame should be a candidate, like for MVP. Like he should be like in the top 4. But Dame wants to win on his own terms, and Dame right now, to me, Portland. As far as Portland Trailblazers are concerned, to me, Dame is top 3 as far as players in that franchise history. Now, to me, the best player in that franchise history, from a historical context overall, is Drexler. But if you're talking about just Portland, because he won an MVP award, because he won a championship with them in 1977, you got to give it to Bill Walton. All right, as far as Portland franchise. Then I have Clyde, number 2. And number 3, right now, I have Dame Lillard. If Dame can deliver a championship for this franchise, I would put him over both of those guys, even with Walton winning the MVP award, which he won in only 58 games played, by the way. So that dispels the notion that Kawhi could never win an MVP, because Bill Walton in 77-78 won the MVP playing only 58 out of 82 games. So they have given the MVP to a guy who's missed a shitload of games. But Dame right now is the hottest guy in the NBA, man. If you go, all the way back to like the last month and a half of the season before the stoppage. And, with Nurkic back, he came back. He played big last night. A rejuvenated Carmelo Anthony. Portland is dangerous, I'm like this. Portland is a team that if I'm the Lakers, I can't just take them for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to play your best and assume that they are going to be, a fight. Portland is a team that can shock somebody. You never know, man. If we see the same Damian Lillard that we saw for much of this season in the first round against OKC, Portland's going to be a problem. And their kryptonite, the Warriors, aren't going to be a problem this year. So, who knows, man? But tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you think about his performance. Tell me what you think about the Portland Trailblazers in general. And I'm looking forward to the playoffs.